This is a PSA for literally any small business owner, creative, literally if you own a business, you need to listen to this and keep your eye out for this and just be aware. If you see something, call it out. And if you did this, trust me, no shame at all, because I fell for it. So in the creative community especially, but in general, literally any business owner is at risk of being a victim to this company. I don't even like calling them a business, because how they are going about making money as a business is completely fraudulent, and they are legit stealing from people. And what I'm talking about is Voyage Magazine, specifically Voyage Michigan, but they're under like the umbrella company Voyage LA, which is where I think, from what I've understood, is where it originated. But basically stay clear from Voyage Magazine, whatever city, state they are portraying. They have multiple like businesses or whatever you want to call it, all across the US. So literally if you see anything Voyage state or city trying to contact you, just run away. Ignore the email, report them, whatever you have to do. Because they are legit stealing from people, like straight up stealing money and lying, being deceptive, extremely unethical, like literally all the things. I have heard of this Voyage Magazine for years. I've seen it many times come across like on social media. I've always kind of questioned it, but I never really thought twice about it. And I even have seen other business friends featured in it. And so I'm like, okay, like it's legit. And I was like, that's pretty cool. And when I was nominated, that should have been honestly my number one red flag right there, because I was supposedly nominated by someone who I've never even heard of. So that should have been a red flag, but I was like, oh, maybe like this person is, I don't know. So the thing is though, other people have been nominated by other business owners and other people who they know. So that's like where they get you. And so I was like, okay, I looked into it a little bit, but I did not do my due diligence and research like I should have. If I would have researched everything then that I've researched now, I definitely would have literally ignored their email, deleted it, and moved on. But of course, you know, hindsight's always 20/20, right? You learn things after the fact. But I was like, you know what does it hurt to do this little online interview? It's free, like why not, right? And so I completed their like questionnaire, which that should have been another red flag, is like it wasn't an interview. Like it's not like I hopped on a phone call with someone and we were having a conversation and they were asking me questions. Like all it literally was I filled out a form online answering some generic questions about my journey and how I started, that sort of thing. And keep in mind, this is not just limited, like who they target is not just limited to photographers. It seems like heavily in the photography community, we see it a lot, and like creatives, but I mean, they are literally going after anybody who has a business in Michigan or across the nation with all the other like Voyage affiliates. So, I mean, if you are a restaurant owner, a hairstylist, a makeup artist, like esthetician, a small clothing shop, like literally they are targeting anybody that they can find. And so I was like, you know, what does it hurt to lose? So I fill it out, submit it, and then communication this entire time, mind you, has been pretty quick, very positive. The person who I was speaking to, Jessica, and I say Jessica because it's probably not even that's probably like not even their real name. was very nice, very friendly, very convincing, made me feel like, oh, if I do this, I'm gonna get so many opportunities from this, like super convincing, okay? So I was like, sure, why not? I submitted the interview, and at the very end of it, it also asks for nominations for other people to be featured. It was maybe like 3 to 5, I can't remember how many people, but I feel like it was 3. And I definitely nominated people. And if you're watching this, I apologize. And it took maybe a couple days, maybe a week or so for my article to like become live. And I reviewed it, read through it, looked at it, everything was like legit. And I was like, cool, like this looks super legit, you know, like super, like makes you feel like on top of the world, kind of like, oh my gosh, like I was featured in this online magazine. And then after that, I was like, everything looks great, like thank you so much. And then she was just like, I say she, it could be anybody. She was like, we offer like a framed editorial print piece like of your article. And then she attached like some samples of other articles. And I was like, oh, that looks neat. Like for $19, it was like $17 in taxes or something like that, $18 in tax. So it was like $19 basically. And I was like, that's not a lot of money. So like, why not? It would be cool to like have a physical piece. And don't mind my dog drinking like a horse. So I was like, for 19 bucks, why not? Like, it's not that much money. Why not, you know? Be cool to have just for memorabilia's sake. Like if for some reason the online thing disappears someday, I'll have a physical version of it. And if you know me, I'm a very keepsake kind of person. I keep like everything memorabilia wise just to have. And I was told 4 to 6 weeks for like production and shipping time. And in my head, I'm like, that's a realistic time frame, because that might seem long to most people, and I would agree, but I've worked in marketing before. I used to work at an advertising agency, so I know how long things can take. I know the processes that are in place. So I'm like 4 to 6 weeks. That sounds normal to me. So I was like, perfect, fine. And then it was that 6 weeks was coming up, and I just was like, hey, just wanted to like check in, you know, and just see if there's like a status update, like roughly when do you think I can expect this? And she responded within like a day or two and was like, oh, it's still at our fulfillment place or whatever, the print shop or whatever, and then it has to come back to us and we review it and then we ship it to you. So she's like, appreciate your patience, it takes some time, but we hope you'll like love it. And I was like, oh, okay, like no problem, just wanted to like check in. Never heard anything. I think it was around 8 weeks or so that I followed up again, and this time nothing. And again, I was very nice, because like I said, this entire time the conversation, the communication, everything was like positive. And I was just like, hey, just wanted to like check on this. I haven't received anything yet. Could you send me like tracking information or just like a status update if it's delayed? No response. And then I got really busy with work, because photographer fall busy season, if you know, you know. And so I kind of set it to the side for a little bit, and I was just kind of giving them some more time. I was like, maybe they're just really busy. It had been like 2 months since any communication. And I followed up again, no response. And this time I was starting to get a little bit more demanding, like, please give me an update on this, you know, like as soon as possible. I would like to know when to expect this in the mail, yada, yada, yada. I looked through the Stripe email receipt stuff, and there's an email address on there, like billing at Voyage LA, I think, or something like that. So then I emailed that email and no response. And so this is where I'm really starting to start to get annoyed and like pissed off, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I was just scammed. And this is when I start to like dig deeper and do more research. If you just do a little bit of a deeper dive than I initially did, you would have seen that this has happened to so many people. They get you to do the free online article to be featured, and then they try to upsell you. But me being me, and the fact that I love like keepsake, especially print stuff, like physical items, I was like, sure, why not? 19 bucks, you know. They got me, okay? They got me. I paid, and they've completely ghosted me. And to try to keep this short, basically I have been hounding them and pestering them via email. I have found 3 different emails that are associated with them that I have been nagging at, basically. I've probably sent at least like 10, 11, 12 emails to all 3 of like these accounts.